Punch. February 2022, APC convention date shaky. Crisis persists in 12 states. Governors propose February to President Buhari for approval, says Bagudu. Rivers, Ekiti, Ogun, Oyo, Zamfara, Kwara, Cross River, others affected. Looking at more stories here. Treat oil theft as treason. Military, policemen involved. That's coming from Wike. Married man abandons girlfriend in Lagos hotel room. Rapes receptionist. That story there is quite... Okay. Adedoyin's son supervised evacuation, burial of OAU student, flees. It's coming from Commissioner of Police. We'll be taking a look at that story as well this morning. Okowa faults rising cost of gas. Federal government plans 10 million cylinders purchase. And that's on the 22nd page in the Punch newspaper this morning. Naira loses steam, slides to 555 Naira per dollar in parallel market. Naira loses steam, slides to 555 per dollar in parallel market. 11,200 Nigerian women, children raped in 2020. That's coming from the United Nations there. 11,200 Nigerian women, children raped in 2020. Capital inflow crashes by 80%. Foreign investors shun Nigerian market. Capital inflow crashes by 80%. Foreign investors shun Nigerian market. Taking a look at more stories here. APC governors clash over direct primaries. Bello, Sule exchange words. And that's on the second page. Senate falls smuggled 16 billion naira vote into Environment Ministry's budget. Senate faults smuggled 16 billion naira vote into Environment Ministry's budget. And that's how I can take this morning from the Punch newspaper. Over to you, Ty.
Okay, from Daily Trust newspaper, many fear dead as fire guts Rivers jetty. Air traffic controller slumps, dies at airport. A Boeing professor arrested for defiling gateman's daughter. Still from Daily Trust, WAEC releases 2021 WASI results. Don't succumb to pressure to release Nnamdi Kanu. Northern Coalition wants Buhari. COVID-19 expert harp on professional input for quality data. Why government should increase commitment to ending TB, and as tuberculosis, how soldiers beat up Abuja monarch, family members in the dark. Experts warn against reliance on social media for treatment. Let's take a few more before we move to another paper. Flour Mills acquires Honeywell flour in a 50 billion naira deal. Dozens still missing 2 days after Abuja Kaduna road attack. Sign electoral bill now. CSO Don tell Buhari 2021 SSC mixed feelings as WAEC records 81.7% success rate. The federal government targets 22 billion naira from Lagos, Ibadan, Warri, Takwe train routes in 4 years.
Okay, now looking at the Nation newspaper, top left corner, WAEC jacks up exam fees to 18,000 naira, 81.7% credit recorded. WAEC jacks up exam fees to 18,000 naira. Now, Wike is still here in the Nation newspaper. Top military police officers, others involved in oil theft. Top military police officers, others involved in oil theft. Now, panel on Ikoyi building collapse, 6 memoranda. Panel on Ikoyi building collapse, 6 memoranda. And absence of interpreter forces court to put off Igboho's aide's arraignment. Absence of interpreter forces court to put off Igboho's aide's arraignment. Buni, why APC can't hold national convention now? Buni, why APC can't hold national convention now? And looking at another story here, 16 billion naira found vote hidden. I beg your pardon. 16 billion naira hidden vote found in Environment Ministry's budget. Ondo Varsity shut down indefinitely. And Oyetola releases 708 million naira for pensioners. Oyetola releases 708 million naira for pensioners. And finally, Honeywell flour mills in 80 billion naira merger deal. I wonder, okay, that story is there too on the Nation newspaper this morning. And finally, Lagos NSAS panel report controversy rages. Lagos NSAS panel report. Controversy rages. And that's all this morning from the Nation newspaper.
All right, from Premium Times, APC governors meets Buhari, adopt February 2022 for National Convention. Terrorists kill 4 in Katsina town. WAEC releases SSC registration fee by 29, increases SSC registration fee by 29%, withholds results of indebted state candidates. WAEC releases SSC result record unprecedented 81.7% success rate. Boko Haram releases video of 4 abducted victims. Still from Premium Times, airport staffer slums dies on duty in Abuja radar control room. Electoral bill. Lawan meets Buhari, says no need to lobby president. Okay, alleged 5 billion naira money laundering. Stella Odua, CCECC arraignment stalled again. Lack of interpreter stalls arraignment of Sunday Igboho's associates. Ikoyi building collapse. Why we will not speak to the public yet. Panel. Lagos NSAS reports. Buhari Sanwo-Olu should resign. Lawyer. PTCIJ launches report on judicial corruption electoral system.
All right, now taking a look at the Vanguard newspaper this morning before we move on with the rest of the show this morning. NSAS panel report. I was attacked, caught like a thief. Witness. Okay. Federal government treating Igbo like second-class citizens. That's coming from Nwodo. Nwodo alleges. Federal government treating Igbo like second-class citizens. Nwodo alleges. Borno government spends close to 1 billion naira for relocating IDPs out of Bakassi camp. Commissioner. Borno government spends close to 1 billion naira for relocating IDPs out of Bakassi camp. It's coming from a commissioner. West Africa risks anarchy if countries keep disobeying ECOWAS court's rulings. West Africa risks anarchy if countries keep disobeying ECOWAS court's rulings. It's coming from Speaker Tunis. The Senate donates 5 million naira to Nigerian Legion. Looking at more stories here this morning. Be brutal on bandits. Kill them. Bring back their weapons. It's coming from the Chief of Army Staff. He orders his troops to be brutal on bandits. Kill them. Bring back their weapons. Police arrest killers of 9-year-old boy in Rivers. Insecurity. Nigerians indebted to armed forces for sacrifices made. Lawan. Insecurity. Nigerians indebted to armed forces for sacrifices made. It's coming from Lawan. And the House of Representatives is Bajabiamila mourns Baba Sue. Bajabiamila mourns Baba Sue. And there's more stories here this morning before I move on. $6 billion Bolt shuns American market. Focuses on Nigeria, Africa, and petrol subsidy. Federal government to continue bridging cost payment. Petrol subsidy. Federal government to continue bridging cost payment. Now, APC group calls on party members to show respect for leadership. And more party politics here. APC group calls on party members to show respect for leadership. And finally, this morning, I will be ending this. Okay. With Oando settles. Okay, no, this is much more interesting now this morning. It's coming from the Fan. Yes, coming from Fan. Civil fight operations to commence from Benue in December. Civil fight operations to commence from Benue in December.
From the Guardian newspaper, December the 1st deadline, get vaccinated if you love your job. Federal government tells workers. December the 1st deadline, get vaccinated if you love your job. Federal government tells workers. APC, Buni gets 3 months. Buhari OK's February convention. Something has happened to us. We need our humanity back, says Shoyinka. Police begin autopsy on Adego case remains as family alleges cover-up. Uniben gets new chancellor. Still from the Guardian, Senate alleges 16 billion naira padding of 2022 budget. Senate alleges 16 billion naira padding of 2022 budget. NHIS, okay, let's leave that one. Okay, let's see another one here from the Guardian. Ex-hotel driver on trial in France over Rwanda genocide. NSAS, Adegborowa says agents of government threatening him. They caught me like thief, and NSAS protester attacked for testifying before panel. Nigerian actor Babasuwe dies at 63. It's 6:15 from our studio. We go on a short break. When we return, we do some analysis.
My teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 GB bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 GB bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins. I have uncles.
Unwrap all the baggage in Ghana Jollof. Streaming weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira monthly at showmax.com.
Hasbro makes me happy. Take selfie chat with your friends. Do the legwork, play your games. Hasbro gon' make you happy. Oh, yeah, now make me happy. Mario's Day, milky treat today. Hasbro makes me happy. Oats and milk all the way. Hasbro makes me happy. Oats and coconut is every day. Hasbro makes me happy.
Turn up happy moments with Hasbro.
Hasbro makes me happy.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, jọ̀ọ́, ǹjẹ́ mo lè yáge? Oúnjẹ wo ni? Jẹ́ ká jẹ ńbẹ̀. Kíni nǹkan ń ṣe yùngbà nínú oúnjẹ yìí?
Kọrí ìsóúnjẹ tuntun látọwọ́ ọ̀ǹgà ni.
Ṣé pé ọ̀ǹgà náà ti ní kọrí?
Àkànṣe ni láti inú èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀. Èmi ò rò pé mo lè ṣe nǹkan kan mọ́ láláì lo ìsóúnjẹ kọrí ti ọ̀ǹgà yìí o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ǹjẹ́ lè yá mi ní ọ̀tún gèlè yín yẹn?
Ǹjẹ́ náà wáyé nìyẹn?
Fún àdùn tí wọ́n máa fi dá gbogbo oúnjẹ rẹ mọ̀ yàtọ̀, lo kọrí ọ̀ǹgà tí a fi àpòpọ̀ àwọn èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ṣe.
Ó ga o, ṣé ẹ ṣàlè fún wa lóúnjẹ díẹ̀ sí ṣá?
Ọ̀ǹgà, Mama's helping hand.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
Hello! We believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes! With Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lots at Titan Farms Estate, Opulent City, Monia, Idianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
FM 94.9 Breakdown Newspaper Review. I am Olutayo Ogunade. Thank you for staying tuned.
And I am Olaide Amosu. Of course, with us in the studio already is our analyst this morning to take a look at some of the stories we will be, analyzing today. Austin Iduma, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, Austin. Okay. All right. Just yesterday and just a few hours after an abduction was carried out on the Abuja-Kaduna highway, daredevil kidnappers also stormed that particular road just few meters away from the scene of Sunday's incident and abducted, a number of, travelers on that same road just yesterday again.
Yes, it will continue to persist from all indication because we have not been able to look at the issue and situate it properly vis-a-vis taking Farishi mayor in terms of operational strategies of the Nigerian military to be able to win this war. Not just the adoption that is baffling, the effrontery in which these adoptions are carried out is what is becoming very worrisome. Of course, the other time, the president, after the Sokoto massacre, only warned that the bandits are living, whether in fool's paradise or what. We need to take a more concrete step in terms of coming very hard on these criminal elements who have turned some parts of our country into where mass adoption can take place. Imagine a situation where travelers in large numbers are adopted without any form of check from security operative. And the Nigerian military has also come out to say that, we have the capacity to actually win this war, but we need some logistical support in terms of what the government can do to be able to win this war. So I believe until and unless we put those measures in place, we might not be able.
What are these measures?
Of course, we have a number of them. One of them is the resolution of the National Assembly to declare these bandits terrorists so that the government will be able to move so decisively through the military against them. Of course, a lot of people will also argue that these individuals do not have group, they don't host flag. There are areas that are termed no-go areas that they operate in. They impose levy, of course, at a point that was trivialized. Look at the activity. Look at what is being done today. A particular state in the North Central also imposed a ban on the sale of motorbike. These are measures, non-military measures. But until we give the military a go-ahead to carry out a full-scale military operation in terms of deployment.
Instead of spending billions on hardware, spend it on schools for terrorists that Gumi referred to as bandits. What do you feel?
Yes, if you look at the idea of spending on schools, you look at it, we must address the issue first, the economic factors, the issue of insecurity itself. Look at the incident that happened in Taraba State, for example, wherein external forces had to come to our soil to kill some of our people. And we have warned the government that if care is not taken, we must take concrete steps to address security problems in-house. Because when you are overwhelmed with security situation within your country, it is very easy at that point for external insurrection to overrun such a country. So we have said this times without number. The issue of, you can see now, does it still suffice with the rate of mass adoption, killing of innocent citizens, assault on even military formation, to start comparing these terrorists that they still refer to as bandits, to compare them with Agbero, area boys, and Omonile. You understand? So until we get to a level where we have to address the issue without every form of bias or triviality, we want the nation to progress. When there is no peace, there can be development. And for peace to be fully restored, the government has to move, because I still believe so strongly that the state have more capacity in terms of operational method to be able to win this war.
Are we overwhelmed as a country?
Of course, that is what is looking like, that we are overwhelmed. But I don't want to believe we are overwhelmed. I could say that the military is overstretched. All the security forces currently in the country are overstretched. But I feel so strongly that we are not overwhelmed. Because when it comes to issues, how the military can react, They have told us their setback. They have told us their limiting factors. What do we do as a country?
Is this not looking as negligence on the part of the government, in attending to the issues that the army has raised in dealing with these issues?
The army has raised it. National Assembly also corroborated the army to say that, we can give you a go ahead, but we need the president to be able to give approval for the proper thing to be done. See, the problem we are dealing with is not just the issue of this banditry. Look at the infantry in which they carry out their operation. They seize a section of the country, they impose levy on the people, they ensure that it is now between the life and the resources of the people. And these people want to stay alive. So I believe so strongly, and I want to go back to the comment of the former Chief of Army Staff, General Buratai, that Mr. President knows what to do. He knows the problem, he knows what to do.
And when he's not doing what he ought to do, what should we do?
Of course, we'll continue to clamor. The other way is impeachment, which is a tall order. That cannot happen. That may not happen.
Not under Lawan.
Not under any National Assembly leadership in Nigeria. It is not possible for today. That does not mean that in the nearest future it may not be possible. To impeach the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a tall order. Let's wait for somebody who will raise that point of order or an observation. In short, to remove a state governor in Nigeria is not that easy, except the presidency or the president is involved.
Okay. Just yesterday, Professor Wole Soyinka said Nigeria has reached a stage where a series of town hall meetings should be organized to ask ourselves retrospective questions about what has happened to us, how did we get here, what is the way out.
Yes, I think that is pertinent. We have to go back to where we start from. For us to continue together as a country, let us even define the tenet of our coming together. I agree we are better together as a country, but we must build an egalitarian society, a country that promotes peace, a country that gives equal opportunity to people. I think indirectly what Professor Wole Soyinka is saying is the idea of a restructuring. Let us break the structure and allow critical stakeholders, especially the federating unit, to be able to have a major role in this federalism that we operate in the country, in terms of resources, in terms of security, in terms of how governance should be, and what have you.
He spoke about tremendous wealth and abject poverty being clearly seen or visible side by side.
Yes, poverty is in the land. You don't have to go too far before you see examples of what poverty represents in Nigeria. In those days, it was not like that. Poverty of hunger was not so common in Nigeria some years ago. You understand? You might not be able to afford to build a house. You might not be able to afford a car. But it was not that bad to the extent that living or feeding in Nigeria is almost becoming like a miracle. To eat in Nigeria today is almost becoming like a miracle. That is what it's looking at. And we have enormous resources. And there was a time that was not like that. In my days in the secondary school, for example, we do garden, farming, school farming. At the end of harvest, we can cultivate and harvest produce that can be able to feed our community. So where are all this stuff? We have issue of insecurity as far as agric is concerned, because agric alone used to be the mainstay of the Nigerian economy sometimes ago. So what has happened to that? The oil that we have today, we can't produce optimally at a very large quantity again because of a number of factors. We have the issue of climate change, but we still have a government that is still pursuing oil exploration and discovery in some parts of the country. So the government had to look at this thing very appropriately. The rate and the level of poverty in the land is becoming very alarming. And when you have situations like that, you continue to deal with more crime situation. That is what it means. Because when people don't have what to eat, there's no hope for their future, they will result into crime. And social vices in the land will have to go up. So that is why we are advising the government, let us look at socio-economic problem. we have a situation where those in government are almost taking away the resources of the entire nation. Even if that comes through borrowing, they don't mind. That is why they can list some items in the budget that are not practicable, things that they want to borrow for. What happened to the common man?
Okay, that question is going to be lingering in the minds of Nigerians. Okay, taking a look now at another story this morning from the Nation newspaper. NSAS panel, presidency, federal government won't act on all parts of report. Now, the federal government yesterday said it would not interfere with reports of the judicial panels constituted by states to probe the October 2020 NSAS protest. Now, it, however, says that the government would not shy away from any part of the reports that has direct bearing with its constitutional roles if its attention is drawn to it by any of the states. Now, it makes one want to ask the question: how is the federal government, not looking at the recommendations cited in the report? I don't think that there's any part of that's not constitutional with the role of the federal government. Your thoughts, Austin?
Yes, the state judicial panel of inquiry were set up by state. Of course, the federal government directed that ad initio. State is a federating unit. They have the powers to carry out some of this operation, form this committee, at the end of the day, produce a white paper that will guide the government subsequently in the future. However, what Femi Adesina is saying is that it is not within the purview of the federal government to adopt or subject the state recommendation to what the federal government can mandate in. It is expressly clear. There are issues on the Lagos panel, for example. The report submitted so far talks about two issues. One, police brutality. And the second part is the massacre that happened at Lekki Tollgate. So two issues. The issue that border on police brutality, that falls within the purview of the federal government. Then the case at Lekki Tollgate falls majorly within the purview of Lagos state government, because the Lekki concession company manipulated some data to conceal facts that keep Nigerians wondering, making it look as if the more you look, the less you see. Because the case that happened there, we situated it at the initial, even before now, that there is no way, even shooting into the air in the middle of a large crowd, it could cause a stampede. Because when people want to scamper for safety, it could cause a stampede that could result in the loss of life. But some people made us to believe that there is no way such a crowd can gather, and hearing gunshots, that any life probably may not be lost. But that is a thing of the past now. So basically, in this report, after the white paper has been produced, of course the federal government will act. I'm sure the Lagos state government or various state government across the country, we are talking about Lagos because Lagos was the epic center. Most of the fatality happened in Lagos. You understand? So Lagos will draw the attention of the federal government to this particular report, so that areas that has to do with police brutality going forward, the federal government will be able to take appropriate steps, because Lagos state government can come up with compensation.
Okay.
They can come up with restitution. Lagos state government does not have the capacity under the law to reform the Nigerian police, for example. So there are areas that fall within the purview of the federal government, and there are areas largely that falls within the purview of the state. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is that let us address the root causes. After the NSAS protest, till today, there are still cases of police brutality in the land. How do we forestall that? How do we ensure that we build a people's-friendly Nigerian police? A police that will be willing to help you even in the time of crisis. Not a police that will want to extort you, not a police that want to deal with you, not a police that will refer to you as a bloody civilian. They are part of the civil populace. In a democracy, for example, if not for insecurity that we are experiencing, police ought to be the frontline security and law enforcement officer in a democratic setting. It is only because of insecurity, insurgency here and there that you see soldiers everywhere. Soldiers stays in the barrack before now. because their primary duty is to protect the territorial integrity of the country.
Now, who should release the document? We still have arguments of the report being fraught with inconsistencies and government saying, should it have been the government that ought to have released the document or, the leak from the panel itself? They are scared or afraid of, the possibility of the reports being
covered up,
padded, being, and all of that.
Well, the stage at which we are now, I doubt if the reports can still be padded. However, nothing is impossible in the Nigerian contest. The panel did a very good job. Of course, shortly after the submission, some members leaked that into the public, the content of the report into the public. We have a very respected member of that panel who said later, shortly after the release, that if the governor of Lagos State, because the governor of Lagos State made a commitment that within 2 weeks, a committee will further review the report and a white paper will be produced. In my view, I think the governor should have been given the benefit of the doubt. A major member in that panel came in the public again to say that in the case that the Lagos State governor failed to act to honor his words with what he has said, he will make the report of the committee public. In my view, that was unnecessary, completely unnecessary. The caliber of people that formed that panelists, if justice was not in the mind of Lagos State governor, I don't think he could have assembled such people, because he knew them by character that these people, they will not play ball unnecessarily. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. They are men of reputable character, men of integrity without blemish. We can say that of them. You understand? So he should have been given the benefit of the doubt. White paper cannot change the original report. The purpose of the white paper is to bring salient issues out of the original document, that going forward, these are the 5 recent decisions, these are the recommendations for solution on how to move forward as a nation as far as this issue is concerned. So primarily, the report is out and it is out. White paper is just building on what we have.
But hasn't this always been the way? Reports have always been leaked in Nigeria, when committees are set up. I think it's done in a way to deal with not letting whatever the findings of those committees that have been set up be shoved under the rug or swept under the carpet. Now in this case, now that there are controversies surrounding, I did read that one of the panel members said that the inconsistencies seen in the leaks report have been addressed before the report was originally submitted to the Lagos State government. Now, shouldn't we believe that that's what's going to happen, or we should still continue to, follow all these stories and controversies flying around in the air?
Well, we'll continue to follow the story. Let's see how it goes. I think a week has gone.
Yes.
Remaining 1 week. So it's a matter of time. You understand? Panel members coming to address the press openly, in my view, was uncalled for. A report has been submitted. I know they want to also preempt the government. They don't want a situation where the government will maybe extract some vital part of the report and decide to cover them up. They should have waited until a white paper is produced, and at the end of the day, the report vis-a-vis the white paper becomes incompatible before you can now come out to say that this is the true position, because it was not the position of these members of that panel to individually come out to address members of the public, to want to show that we love the members of the public more. The head of that panel, Justice Okuwobi, never talked about the panel report in the public. Somebody inaugurated that panel. Somebody committed the assignment into your hands. You are supposed to report to that assignment. However, you have a copy of that particular document. So at the end of the day, when the white paper is produced, if you suspect any inconsistency in the outcome, you can now come out to say, no, so paragraph, this was not what we agreed. This is the recommendation. So in my view, I think we must be very careful. Let us address the issue properly. The bottom line, as far as all of this report is concerned, is to ensure that justice is done and it is seen to be done at the end of the day.
All right, sir. Thank you, Austin Itomo. Electoral bill. Lawan meets Buhari, says no need to lobby president. We'll go on a commercial break now. When we return, we'll look at this story.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
This festive.
Wow, I feel good.
Because I choose non-stop sports action.
But you also brought someone along who's not a member.
Yeah, I choose local drama filled with suspense.
We've got a serious case of the wedgies.
For my kids, I choose cartoon shows that are full of laughter.
I feel good.
Hell yeah! Choose over 135 channels full of joyful entertainment. You too, choose joy this holidays. DSTV, it's your moment.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
Ṣé a bá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé pẹ̀lú Super Picks wọ́n lè sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́fà wọ́n sì jẹ $50 million wọ́n wá béèrè wípé.
gbọ́nà èlò ni màá ná.
àádẹ́ sọ fún wọn wípé ọ̀fẹ́ ni lójijì ìbéèrè wọn wá yí padà sí.
ṣé ohun tẹ́ ẹ sọ ni pé ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́ tàbí ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́.
tí Super Picks bá sọ pé ọ̀fẹ́ náà ni. sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́ta ó sì lè jẹ $50 million ní gbogbo òpin ọ̀sẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rọrùn pẹ̀lú Super Picks. lọ sórí superpicks.com láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà ṣá o. Super Picks, ìwọ́ta àwa ó sanwó.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
ká tó bá ní ìrìn àjò ó yẹ ká mọrúfẹ́ ẹni tá a fẹ́ bá ní ìrìn àjò torí ká má bàa sọnù ká tó sọnù ìdí sì nìyí tí gbajúgbajà iléeṣẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà tó mójúlẹ́jà bí agbanisíṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé ẹni tí ń wáṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àwọn ni alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ pàtàkì pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group.
ní báyìí iléeṣẹ́ FMH International HR ti ṣèwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ wọ́n sì ti rí gbogbo ìṣòro lọ́kàn òjọ̀kan èyí tí àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun fojú winá ẹ̀.
ìdí gan sì rèé tí wọ́n fi ń ké sí gbogbo ẹni tí jì sọ́fì àwọn alágbèédá lórí ipa afẹ́ lọ sílùú èbó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìwọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti máa gbé tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
wọ́n ti ṣetán láti ro ọ lágbára pẹ̀lú information tó nílò láti mú àlàrere rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìmọ̀ràn àti ètò ìtọ́nisọ́nà yìí o tètè kàn sí FMH International HR báyìí ní 3rd and 9th floors Cocoa House Ìbàdàn.
telephone 081-000-56451 àti 081-155-14779.
Babe, that girl dey use something. Which kind something be that? Check am now. See how she dey always dey smile. I know wetin she dey use. And she dey use am 2 times a day. Peruse me her secret. ABZ na the secret. Close up get antibacterial zinc. ABZ wey go give you 3 times more protection, 3 times more freshness, plus your normal toothpaste. Chai! Everybody must hear am. Yes, so. New Close Up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the protection, triple the freshness.
32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
It's still 32 FM, the break of dawn, newspaper review right here. And of course, we are still taking a look at some stories. In a little bit, we're going to be opening up the phone lines for you to share your thoughts and reactions to some of the stories we've taken this morning. Now, before we went on that commercial break, the story we're looking at, electoral bill, Lawan meets Buhari, says no need to lobby president. And of course, another story here that we will also be looking at, Austin. There are two stories for you before we open up the phone lines. 16 billion naira hidden vote found in Environment Ministry's budget. 16 billion naira hidden vote found in Environment Ministry's budget. Over to you, Austin.
Yes, we have always had this situation wherein funds are hidden in the ministry, department, and agencies of government. We have to look at this very properly. Any unutilized fund should be plowed back into the federation account in form of operating surplus. But we have situations where funds are concealed. My own concern is that these revelations at the level of the National Assembly scrutiny, are they just for the purpose of information to members of the public or for the purpose of entertainment? What happens? We have been hearing about this for some time now. Eventually, their various budgets will be passed. Have we had a situation where a particular agency or ministry is returned back? Go and do the right thing until your budget is passed. But at the end of the day, we have a scratch my back, a scratch your back situation that will lead to people conniving to divert public funds. So what is the primary purpose of the National Assembly making this information public? I think the purpose should be for accountability, and anything short of that, it will also amount to a disservice to people of the country. So whatever that needs to be done should be done, because we have a lot of slush funds here and there, and people still live in abject poverty. What is the purpose of the budget? The purpose of the budget is to address the common need of the people. But we have seen a situation that the common man is not even factored into the Nigerian budget year in, year out. So that is a case. Then on the issue of the Senate president who visited Mr. President, of course, the Senate president had to go ahead of the governors, because the governors of the APC particularly also visited the president. He said there's no need to lobby Mr. President to do his job. There is need to lobby. That's the truth. The Senate president should not play on our intelligence. If there was no need to lobby, why did the Senate president visit the president? Aso Rock is not the seat of the Senate president. He must have gone there to convince Mr. President on the need to assent to the electoral amendment bill, especially the clause that talks about the direct primary. Gbajabi Amila also met with the president on this same issue, and governors of the APC also met Mr. President yesterday, all of them in a bid to lobby Mr. President to assuage to their own position. So there is room for lobby. There is nothing wrong in lobbying in politics. Yesterday at the APC governors meeting, we got insider information that it almost resulted into physical combat, where two governors from the North Central were extending outwards against themselves on the issue of direct primary. So we must be very careful the way we address this issue. But let's see how it goes at the end of the day.
All right. Thank you very much, Austin, for your input. Now the phone lines are open for you to, call us and let us know your reactions. Hello, good morning.
All right, good morning. Good morning, Austin, Tayo, and Musu. I want to speak on security, and I think it's dragging for too long under a former general. Because to have a chase by Tassini sect out of Nigeria into Chad during Shagari regime, and now as a full-fledged president and commander-in-chief, security has become worse as we never experienced in the issue of Nigeria. People traveling. That's why I can't travel to Lagos from Ibadan. After 7 o'clock, I don't do that. Not to talk of traveling up north. So it's high time the government come out, or Mr. President come out to do the needful. we have been crying to him that he should declare these people terrorists so that people come out to say if the president decided as terrorists, they can use all the Tocano weapons to deal with them.
All right, thank you very much, Alaji, for your contributions. The phone lines are open now: 0705 5000 949, 009 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Thank you, John and Jock this morning. Yes, I heard when Austin was talking about the answers and the mention of police reform. You see, the problem of the Nigerian police was not reform, but lack of political will to implement reforms done in the past. I can assure that no fewer than 4 police reforms have been undertaken by different administrations between 1999 and 2006, but none of the reports of the reforms have been implemented. The reports are just there gathering dust. The problem we have in this country is lack of implementation. Even if you set up another reform, even today, the same issue, the fundamental issue bedeviling the police there will be the talk of the town and the nothing, or the same thing will continue. The government should take those 4 reforms, do an executive summary, and implement the report. That's the only way out. I'm John Njoku. Thank you.
Thank you, John and Joko, for your contribution. 009 7949 0705 5949. Hello.
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 Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Obale from Ole.
All right, make your point.
Now, I've been telling our people, let this under administration restructure the problem of this sector.
All right, sorry, we're trying to get your point there.
Hello.
It isn't clear. Hello.
Good morning. I'm Falado calling from Papa Lodo.
Good to have you, Mr. Falado.
Either bandit or terrorist or no government. I did not threaten me. That's the same thing now. We should stop beating around the bush. The most important thing is how to be eliminated. That's the most important thing. And I want to advise government that what we really need now is not just because you don't know who you are fighting with. Guerrilla warfare is different from conventional war. So you don't know them. And they are living in our risk. They are not spirit. So intelligence and information gathering is the most important thing. Anything less than that, that's whether we be able to win this war. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. He says we do not know them. Austin, don't we know the terrorists?
We know them.
Ah.
We know where they live. Governor Bello Masari, when Kankara schoolboys were adopted, when Boko Haram, Shekau claimed responsibility, Bello Masari said, no, they are not Boko Haram terrorists who adopted them. They are our own bandits. They live in our forest.
In fact, he called them Fulani.
Yes, he mentioned where they live. He mentioned their leaders.
Isn't this
Hello.
disturbing?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
God bless you, well done. Fagbemi me from Ibadan. We know the bandits or the terrorists. We should not say we don't know them. I've been saying this. The army is not the problem. Oh. You see that Tobacco already resigned when they know that the president and the government, they are culpable. They have hidden agenda. They resigned. We all saw it. Not because of the army is not trying. Not because of the restructuring of the army or the police. But the government is not sincere. That is what we should be focusing on. We all know it. They tell the president to make sure that he called them terrorists. He refused. He said the IG should come to go and do certain things sometimes. That one didn't go. He didn't do anything. The advice they have been given to the president, he did not take to it. It is in sincerity. That we know the way forward. I've been saying it. If we all mobilize to the National Assembly to make this man leave or to ask him to do the right thing, then we do.
All right. Thank you for your contribution there. Good morning to everyone in the studio. On the issue of workers' strike in the country, see, you cannot eat your cake and have it. It's quite unfortunate for the type of salary structure we have on ground. That's Omotola Nemubasharon. Tobia Joole isn't being overwhelmed a function of being overstretched. He's asking the question there. Okay. Hello, good morning. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Chris from Oluguero.
Okay, Chris.
I want to speak on this MBA student, MBA student that was killed in a hotel. I am very sure because of those that are involved, they cannot get justice. It is better for them to leave everything to God because the way things are going now, they have started distorting the first-hand information. Then, secondly, Your Highness said that the government is treating them like second citizen of the country. Now, who are the governments? Igbo are there, Hausa are there, Yoruba are there. Who is the government that are treating them as second citizen? So that is the question the Igbo should be asked.
All right, Chris Oboli, but don't make us suspect you. We won't leave this one to God. All right, we'll pursue justice.
Justice must be served.
Justice.
To a logical conclusion, yes, we must get justice on this case. From the preliminary report, this is not the first case. Some people have left it to God. Now, we will still leave it to God, but we want to follow the course of the law.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Please, I want to talk about the issue of...
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
All right, good morning.
Yeah, this is Olufemi from Oyo. Now, I just want to tell people that they are saying somebody is saying we should mobilize to National Assembly and start talking, shouting on who will lead. By the time Sunday Igboho was fighting for us, people are even calling him criminal. Who is that person that is ready to lead our fight? Because even those people that are even ready to fight for us, people are calling them criminal. So it's like we don't even know what we are looking for. May God just help us. Because people are ready, but we can start mobilizing, fighting, shouting, Buhari must go like IBB must go. And IBB went. By the time we took this now, Buhari must go. The National Assembly leader must go. Definitely they will listen to us because they will know that we are tired of them.
All right. Thank you very much there for your contribution. But then he does have a point. Who is ready to lead this who is ready to lead the cause so that we can go make our grievances known at the National Assembly?
Just trying to find out how many days Sunday Igboho has spent in a seminar. Huh? Also Dumo. Over 100 days, right?
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Michael calling from Malakia.
All right.
About the entrance panel. For a lawyer to speak verbally, even on the television or radio station, against the leader of the panel, that shows that there was a disagreement between them before they bring it out. It did not lead to their order. And anything can happen concerning that. Let us take it serious. Concerning the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, the Northerners prefer Nnamdi Kanu to be killed than the terrorists that is terrorizing their place. They are more afraid of Nnamdi Kanu than the terrorists because Nnamdi Kanu is beating Nigerian government with troops. Nothing will happen to him.
Thank you. What's going to do? We have to go.
Yes, we have to go. It is year tide. Let's beef up more security, and let's also be very careful with our environment. The weather is dry, so this is the time where little thing goes up in flame. So let's be more careful, and let the government also address the issue of cooking gas. Okowa, the Delta State Governor, called on the federal government. We must address the issue of cooking gas before it gets to the end of the year. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Austin, for your take there. It has been a really wonderful time here. Thank you so much for calling in and for sharing your thoughts with us. Do not forget that the Breakdown Newspaper Review will be back again tomorrow morning, same time. My name is Olaide Amosu. Good morning.
And I am Olutayo Ogunade. Auntie Yellow is waiting by the side for Smart Kids Show. Good morning to you once again.